All right, and welcome to another edition of the Cast, where we only respect the hustle. It's all in the name. It's your boy Bucks or Rob, however you know me. Thank you for coming back, rocking with your boy. On the cast that we do here, I talk about the Raiders and the Warriors because those are my two favorite teams. Going forward, I'll have other people on the cast, not for this episode, but for ones going into the future. And we'll talk about a litany of different subjects, different teams, different things. Like I said, it's been sports. 'Cause that's my favorite topic to really discuss. But we can talk about music. We can talk about lifestyle, whatever, politics, whatever you want to get into, whatever you want to see me talk about with my future guests as well. Just comment down below and we can get into it. But like I said, Raiders, Warriors, those are the two things I like to talk about the most, my two favorite teams. So let's, without further ado, get into it. The Warriors, no Giannis. Straight up, no Giannis. It was a pipe dream. It always felt like a pipe dream, even though media was saying we had the best possible trade package. I never felt like we did. It never made sense to me, and it didn't play out that way. Also reports that Giannis did not want to play next to Steph. If you're a Warrior fan and you're tapped in, you kind of know where this comes from. This is kind of based off of the KD years and how that kind of unfolded. And if you're arguing about who gets the credit for things, that means you're successful. So I think that's a good problem to have personally. But yeah, it's whatever. Giannis would have come in here as his own Finals MVP, his own two-time Defensive Player of the Year, his own champion. I don't think it was that big of a deal. But hey, to each their own, right? And we don't even know if Giannis actually even said this. It's just like kind of a rumor mill thing. But yeah, no Giannis. But we got Porzingis though. We got the other unicorn, the first unicorn. Man, look, I can't even fake the fun. I'm not really happy about the Porzingis trade. I'm glad that we got off Kuminga because at least we can allow him to play. He's not $25 million rotting on the bench. Also traded Buddy Hield in that trade. Appreciate you for Game 7, buddy. We'll always remember you. But yeah, Porzingis, man, I don't know, man. He got that monster, man. He's sick. I hope he can get good so he can play a couple of games. But even if he plays, it's not enough to move the needle for us to win a championship, in my opinion. Not with Jimmy Butler out for the season. Giannis was a big enough move where I thought there might have been a puncher's chance, but that's not going to happen now. I don't see that. Yeah, Porzingis doesn't play a lot. 4 years ago, this would have been a great trade. This would have been something that, but this is right on, this is bullseye, dead on, something that the Warriors do. You get players a few years past their prime when it would have made sense to get them for us. And then we try to squeeze and wring out whatever last little bit of athleticism and talent they have before they go back to Europe or they retire or whatever they do. So, yeah, he's an expiring contract though. So we'll see what 2026 looks like in the summer. We'll see what overhaul we do. Because I can't imagine that now that his prized possession and Jonathan Kuminga is gone, Joe Lacob is happy with where we are. I can't see it. But this is the thing with the Warriors. I haven't trusted their organization, the front office, since the logo left. Since Jerry West left. I give all our credit to Jerry West and Wardell. They're the reasons that the organization is what it is. Because if you left it up to the current people in the front office, Steph might have been traded to Milwaukee in 2012. Clay would have been traded for Kevin Love. Andre Iguodala had to tell us that he was actually willing to come here because we weren't even looking at him because we didn't think we could afford him. KD had to be called by players on the team to come here. You know what I'm saying? In the draft picks, a few, maybe 4 out of the 7 draft picks that we've had in this run since the 2010s aren't even playing NBA basketball anymore. Don't get me started, bro. Like I said, Warrior fans, take solace in the 4 championships. Go to YouTube, watch all them championships, revel in that. And let Steph climb up the all-time scoring list, and that's where I'm going to be cheering for. Let's pivot here. Let's go to the Raiders. Since the last video, Clint Kubiak has now agreed verbally to be the Raiders' next head coach. Clap it up for that. That's a big deal. We already talked about what he does creatively, offensively. It's going to be huge. Coming in with $90 million, best young tight end in football, a very promising young running back, and second most cap space in the league. really excited for that. Really excited to see what we do. Heavy 12 personnel. Super excited about that. Mayer's still gonna get a lot of action with Bowers. Seattle ran the ball a lot, not efficiently, but they ran it a lot, set up a lot of play action. So I'm really excited to see what that's going to do for Ashton Genty and whatever backup running back we look into, which I think is an underrated thing there. But on the flip side of it, it looks like at the time of this taping that MAXX has requested to be traded. Max Crosby we're talking about, and that's a dual-edged sword. It's like a bitter pill. Like, I can't blame him. All Pro Bowl level player. You don't want to be playing for nothing. You know what I mean? You're getting the millions of dollars, which is just the market value for the amount of production he has, but you want to win. And he's been here long enough. We haven't held our end of the bargain with putting out a decent enough product to maintain having a player of that caliber. And that sucks. You know what I mean? He's been the quintessential Raider since he's been here. He's literally everything you want a Raider to be. However, Jay Glazer reported that we would fetch in a trade more than what the Cowboys got for Micah Parsons. That excites me. That get me up middle of the night. That's what I'm happy about right there. I'm taking that. We're already in a rebuild. I don't think it's like a 1-year turnaround type thing. It's going to take 2 seasons, maybe 3 if we're keeping it real. And if you can get first-round picks, multiples of them, you have a better chance to improve your roster for the cheap, too. Rookie scale. And that's what we need. That's what we really need. We need to build this up so it can sustain. It needs to be a foundation. With that said, though, this is still the Raiders. We have gone down this road before, i.e. the Khalil Mack trade. And I can't trust you with picks. I just can't. You haven't earned my trust with the picks. This is basically why Max is leaving. He said, I can't trust you to build a winner. And the Raiders have not demonstrated that. You know what I'm saying? I can't do another Damon Arnett. I can't do another Cleveland Farrell. We need to be hitting the bullseye with these picks, or at least have them be foundational players that'll play here past their first contract, right? That's how you build a foundation for a team. And then maybe we can build something. And I can't put that on Spytek, Brady, and Kubiak. That was on prior organizations, but it still stands to reason it was on the brand. So that's tough. Raider fans, just deal with it, man. It's happening. Max, appreciate you, brother. But yeah, that's what I got right now, man. Like I said, I'll probably be doing these a little bit more frequently when I get my guests in. Again, jump into that comment section. Tell me what you want to hear the cats talk about, man. We'll talk about whatever, as long as I have some type of opinion on it. And if I don't, I'll try to read up on it. So we'll see. But yeah, expect more people, expect more content, expect it to get better. And I want to thank y'all for rocking with me. Again, it's your boy Bucks or Rob, however you know me. And we out. We only respect the hustle.